वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. All right, chapter 3 and verse 8. Okay. Niyatang kuru karmatvam Niyatang kuru karmatvam Karma jyayo hyakarmanah Karma jyayo hyakarmanah. Sharira yatra pichate Sharira yatra pichate Na prasidyeda karmanah Na prasidyeda karmanah. Do perform thy prescribed duty, for action is superior to inaction. Besides, even the maintenance of the body would not be possible for thee by inaction. Right. So we are discussing this verse, and what happened? That Arjun does not want to engage himself with the war. In a way, he doesn't want to act. So in a way you can say he is but reluctant. But here Swamiji explains us that it's not only a dilemma or puzzle with Arjun, but those who are the seekers of knowledge, okay, those who want to walk on the path of spirituality, okay, they also commit the same mistake. Why and how? Okay. They want to achieve something. They want to liberate themselves. They want to gain something. But only if the circumstances are favorable. And that we always hear in our day-to-day practice. I'll come if I get chance. I really wanted to come, but so these kind of people, they're not bad. But now and then they are always with their ifs and buts. If I'm in good time, I'll really join, but so that doesn't want. So basically what? They want to achieve something, but to achieve something, to put all efforts or to achieve something they want to achieve, but at the same token they do not want to leave their comfort zone. You got my point. They do not want to leave their comfort zone. So what happens? They expect to achieve something, I mean in terms of spirituality. Simultaneously they expect their comfort zone as well. So that desire of comfort zone is an obstacle in their path of spirituality. So those, here very, very, very nicely Swamiji has explained that those who want to achieve something, now I don't have to clarify all the time, achieve something means in terms of spirituality, okay? In material we always prepare. So if they want to achieve something, but they do not want to give up their desire of sukh, of comfort zone, and that, as Swamiji has mentioned very nicely, it's not only Arjun, those who are the seekers of knowledge, seekers of the final destination, okay, they also commit the same mistake. And that's why the wise men, the sages, always tell us that Arjun is a representative of all of us, or you can say the human being. So to achieve something, one has to be firm in his or her decision. And that very context our Rishi has given the word tap. Tap means to achieve some auspicious goal. And in the process of achieving that goal, you may have sukh or you may have dukh in your path. Be it sukh, be it dukh. But our goal is, and not only the physical goal, okay, that goal, the spiritual goal, the auspicious goal, and to achieve whatever comes in my way, I will accept it. It can be good, it can be bad. It can be fine for me as per my explanation or interpretation, and it may not be fine. It may not be good. But I will accept that. And that is known as tap. And here, that tap is expected. Okay? So one has to be firm about it. And to achieve that, he or she doesn't care whether it's dukh or it is sukh, whether it is favorable condition or it's non-favorable condition. And for that, Bhartruhari, he was a king, okay? We have discussed this Bhartruhari. Not always, but now and then, okay? He has written the different shatak. Shatak means 100 verses. Like we have Hanuman Chalisa, 40 verses. Like we have Shiv Chalisa, 40 verses. Like we have Gayatri Chalisa, 40 verses. So those are known as Chalisa, right? Then we have Bhavani, means 52 verse. We have the Datta Bhavani, we have the Jalaram Bhavani, and so on. Here, Bhartruhari, and in fact he is a king Bhartruhari. He has renounced everything. If you get chance, we will discuss that story also sometime. He has written different sataks. Satak means 100 verses, and those are all in Sanskrit. One of them is Niti Satak. Niti means moral, the values. So in the Niti Satak, he has mentioned Kvachit bhumau shaya Kvachidapi cha paryanka shayanam Kvachit shakahari Kvachidapi cha salyo naruchi Salyoda naruchi Kvachit kanthadhari Kvachita vidivyambaradharo Manasvi karyarthi Naganayati dukkham nasukham. The last verse says Manasvi karyarthi Naganayati dukkham na sukham. What it means? A resolute person with full conviction, firm decision, a resolute person devoted to achieving their goal cares neither for sorrow nor for joy. Manasvi karyartham na ganayati dukham na sukham. This particular verse emphasizes unwavering determination and focus. Now, will you agree with me that if this Geeta is only after the death, then probably we don't need. Then probably we don't need. Because there is no website www.deathcon.com and we can log in and find what's happening there. And none of those, our family member or relative or friends, have sent the email. I'm happy here or I'm not happy here. So if it is only after the death, probably we don't need. We need it now, in this life, now, today. So that's why it has written here that unwavering determination and focus. So, unwavering determination and focus we need in our material life and in our spiritual life as well. That we must not forget. That we must not forget. So, a person of strong mind and purpose remains completely understood, okay, and he understands hardships, distractions, pushing himself forward regardless of circumstances to achieve what they set out to do. Right. Okay. So this is more important. As I started earlier, Arjun was reluctant. Arjun was not too keen, let's put that, about war or about to action. And Bhagwan wanted him to fight. Bhagwan wanted him to involve himself with the war. Right. Generally, okay, strivers such as Arjun commit an error, which we have discussed now, that they insist on non-performance of actions. Secondly, while practicing spiritual discipline, they want favorable circumstances so that they attain their goal quickly, or they may attain their aim quickly. But such a desire is a stumbling block to their spiritual progress. We don't accept this. We just neglect this thing. A striver who wants to attain bliss easily and quickly is a pleasure seeker. Underline this word. Is a pleasure seeker rather than a striver. Because by doing so, he has an eye not on the spiritual discipline, but on its fruits. Because the problem is, we all became, there is a word in Gujarati, faidawadi. Faido means benefit, or the fruit. What will be the reward? If it's the child, okay, take a chocolate, okay, go to the school, okay. If you go to the school, they're going to give you chocolate. For the child is fine, okay. Similarly, when the child, it can be you or me, everybody, okay. If our parents say, okay, go to the Mandir, Bhagwan Dada is going to give you everything, is going to grant you all your wish. The child, that's fine. But at the age of 45 also I'm behaving the same. Then something needed to be reprogrammed. Something is lacking. So, not on the spiritual discipline, but on its fruit only. That's not nice. The result is that he gets tired of spiritual discipline and thus attains his aim late. And then people start discussing among themselves. Sol Sommar Kaira, Vaibhav Lakshmi Kairu, Santoshi Kairu. Nothing is going to. Because the hidden agenda is only this and that, then probably you, when I say you, probably we might get in terms of material world or material gain. But if our aim or goal is to achieve something on the path of spirituality, then you will be disappointed. Because ideally, on the path of spirituality, okay, whatever actions we do, we perform, be it mala, be it havan, it can be anything. Supposed to be without any expectation. Here towards the end, we will see that the word disinterested action, no expectation, selfless work, without any expectation, and I'll keep doing. In his book, he wants to keep an account, so be it. And having seen my account of my actions, okay, and he again, Almighty, wants to reward with something, so be it. But I am not doing for that. God, if you want to grant something, it's fine. If you don't want to grant something, that's also fine. But I have set my goal and I will keep on walking on that path. That is important. That is important. So, get tired of spiritual discipline and thus attains his aim late, or maybe probably he doesn't achieve. A striver who has single-minded determination. Underline the word single-minded determination. We do have. But multiple, not single-minded. That's our problem. So, who has single-minded determination to attain bliss is bent upon practicing the spiritual discipline wholeheartedly. Another word to be remembered, wholeheartedly, not half-heartedly. Wholeheartedly, without thinking of the difficulties, without thinking of duration, be it 5 days, 5 months, 5 years, or 5 lives. Wholeheartedly, without thinking of difficulties, duration, pleasures, or pain. In that path, there can be pleasure. On that path, there can be pain. Not to talk of a striver, even a greedy merchant bears all hardships. What I have told now, that for the material world, yeah, if the customer is keep on coming, okay, we forget our part cost. We forget our lunch box. Even if we are taking at 1 o'clock and the customer, the flow is there, we might have our lunch at 3 o'clock. But we be prepared to accept that pain for material gain. So, even a greedy merchant bears all hardships without caring for hunger and thirst, etc., as long as customers continue to come and there is a good sell. That's everybody's experience. Everybody's experience. Similarly, a striver practices spiritual discipline with reverence and devotion without caring for comfort. Okay? Without caring for comfort and even the bare necessities of life. He has a keen desire to attain his object. He regrets if he finds himself unable to overcome any obstacle in the path of spiritual discipline. While a striver who derives pleasure out of the spiritual discipline gets angry when he finds an obstacle. ભગવાન મારું કેમ નહીં કરે? આટલી બધી માળા કરી, આટલા બધા ઉપવાસ કર્યા, રોજ મંદિરે જાઓ, દીવો કર્યા વગર પાણી નહીં પીવો. The Bhagwan's book of account is totally different. Okay, it's like medical or any insurance policy. You will never understand because they will put very very small letter, and they may tell us to read, go through it. But normal we don't read and sign because we have no choice, to be very honest. And we will never understand that insurance policy. Yet we do. It can be you or me. So he finds an obstacle in his way. The curiosity or desire of a striver enhances every moment, while the later thinks of relaxing. Having attained the aim quickly, right? The former thinks that he has nothing to do except practicing the spiritual discipline under all circumstances. So he applies his full power and attains bliss. Again, underline the word full power, which we have seen, the wholehearted, not half-hearted. Full power, not a limited power. Okay? But the later, when he does not succeed quickly, may get disappointed. Therefore, a striver should attach more importance to the means rather than to the end, like Mata Parvati, who in Ramcharitmanas declares. It's very good in Ramcharitmanas. I'll go through the story quick, okay? Tulsidas, he has written very nicely in Ramcharitmanas. जन्म कोटि लगी रगर हमारे, बरहु शंभुनत रहूं कुंवारे, तजऊ न नारद कर उपदेशो, आपु कहि सतबार महेशो. What Parvatiji says? I have a firm determination that I shall marry only Bhagwan Shiva. Parvatiji never say, didn't work out. I shall marry only Bhagwan Shiva. Otherwise, I shall remain unmarried even though millions of births may pass. I shall not disobey the preaching of Rishi Narad, even if Bhagwan Shiv may ask me to do so 100 times. Right. The story is what happened that I think we have discussed this story, but you forget this, and that's my benefit. So Parvatiji has taken vow for that austerity and very strong heart. And the stage in her life came that she was surviving only with the leaves. And that's why one of the names of Parvatiji is Aparna. So Naradji...
It's 20 hours.
it's Naradi or some other Rishi, I don't exactly remember, okay, wanted to test her faith or her determination. So came and approached. So why you are undergoing this very strong or the streak or the hard penance or the austerity? Parvatiji says, I want Shivji in my life as my husband. So the Rishi really wanted to test her determination, how firm she is. So that Shiv who stays in crematorium, Parvatiji says, yeah, that's Shivji. Oh, really? That's you who doesn't have even the outfit to wear and whose ornaments is like a snake and the ashes. Okay? Parvatiji say, yeah. Uh, what you're doing is not worth it, the Rishi says. Again, the Rishi asked her, that Shivji, who doesn't know about his parent, doesn't know about his birth. Parvatiji says, yes, the same. And she has engaged herself, and that Rishi started going back. The moment that Rishi started going back, Parvatiji told the Rishi, wait, whatever you told about Shivji, that who stays in crematorium, who doesn't have clothing, or doesn't have any ornament, that's still okay. But the last what you mention is most appealing, and that is the real reason why I really want to get married to Shivji. So the Rishi said, what? Parvatiji said, yeah, you did mention the person who doesn't know about his parent or doesn't know about his birth. Meaning, the person doesn't have birth, definitely will not have death. hence, hence, I want to get married, Shivji. There's a saying in Gujarati, જે ઘોડિયામાં સૂતો તે સ્મશાનમાં સુવાનો. સ્મશાન ક્રેમેટોરિયમ, ઘોડિયું ક્રેડલ. ઓકે. એટલે આપણે બધા એક કેટેગરીમાં આવીએ. Where the Shivji doesn't have birth, so Shivji will not have the death. Parvatiji says, that is the reason I want to get married with Shivji. So that is her firm decision. And it may take even millions of life, hundreds of life, I have no problem. That is known as the firm conviction. So may ask me to do so 100 times. Mata Parvati is not what is important here. Mata Parvati ji is not time conscious in her penance. She is not time conscious in her penance. And we in the meditation put the timer 20, then it's not that meditation. So, in these words, Bhagavan Krishna through Arjun urged all of us, all the strivers, to perform their allotted duties very promptly by renouncing the desire for favorable circumstances and pleasures, which are the main stumbling blocks to spiritual progress. A karma yogi who performs actions in a disinterested way is not only superior to those who do not perform action, or to those who do actions in an interested manner, means some sort of expectation, interested manner, but is also superior to a Gnana yogi. Tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo vishishyate. Therefore, the Bhagavan here is laying special emphasis on the performance of actions in a disinterested way. Okay. Again, the whole Bhagavad Gita is always tells not to escape from the action, but action without any intention, without any expectation. And yet, I will do. And yet, I will keep on doing. Not only I will do, I will keep on doing. Okay. With this note, we'd like to conclude today's Gita class. Whatever you like in this talk, credit goes to Almighty, credit goes to all the sages, all the great men, all the scripture. Whatever I have heard, I have read, I have studied, absolutely nothing belongs to me. Our main reference books is Sadhak Sanjeevani, written by Swami Ram Sukdas ji. We will be chanting 73rd verse of 18th chapter, followed by the Aarti. नष्टो मोहः स्मृतिर्लब्धा त्वत्प्रसादान्मयाच्युत स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः करिष्ये वचनं तव.